Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. Listen, fat. Sorry. I thought I was Joe Biden for a second. So we're in the middle of a pandemic, right? And the CARES Act gave Wall Street $4.25 trillion in bailout money, while we're all have only gotten $1,200. And if you get unemployment, you're lucky. Consider yourself lucky. So we're all talking, we got to find a vaccine, Okay. Well, guess what's happening? There's a company coming close to a COVID-19 vaccine, and they were given tax money, our tax money for the research, but now they want to charge us $3,000 a dose. You read that right. This was in Jacobin. Unbelievable. The U.S. public paid to develop this COVID-19 drug. It will cost $3,000 a dose. This is by David Sirota. Unbelievable. The link to this article is in the show notes. Read it over yourself. I thought, I was like, no, this was on Twitter. I'm like, $3,000? Come on. No. Oh, no. Nope. Not a misprint. The American public helped pay for the development of Remdesivir, a COVID-19 drug. The same American public will now be charged $3,000 for a treatment, and a treatment that experts say will cost less than $10. The amount of balls you got to have to do a 300% increase, if my math is correct. This is the pharmaceutical industry. Don't care. Are they out of touch that Americans can barely pay their bills? I don't know that they're out of touch. They don't care. They probably are aware people can barely pay their bills. They don't care. They don't. This is how insane this country is. Did this just happen overnight? Right? Oh, people want Trump. Look what Trump's letting happen. Oh, wait. If this was just Trump, Obama would have given us free health care. Bush, Clinton, Bill Clinton would have given us free health care. And then we could say, oh, it's awful Trump because he's trying to get rid of free health care, right? But there's a reason we've never had free health care. There's a reason we've never had it ever in the richest country in the history of the world, because this is allowed to happen. But let's roll the clock back to 25 years ago. Gee, probably was all more evil Republicans screwing us over. Oh, no, guess what, kids? This is going to come as a shocker. Both parties have been equally screwing us. The story begins 25 years ago when the Clinton administration, people who think the Clintons are like good people are mystifying. Just because you hear right-wingers smear the Clintons doesn't then automatically make them good. The Clinton administration rescinded a rule that required pharmaceutical companies to charge Americans reasonable prices for medicines developed at government expense. Doesn't that just seem like, am I crazy? Oh, if the federal government is going to give you money, then you need to keep the price low. So when I hear like regular people, middle class, working class people go, oh, how are we going to pay for Medicare for all? It's amazing to see them just regurgitate literally big pharmaceutical company talking points. Medicare for all will help you. Working class, poor people, poor white people, working class white people, this will benefit you. Red state, rural voters, Medicare for all will help you. This is what happens. And if you're a Republican watching this going, see the Democrat. No. Both parties screw us over. Look, the healthcare industry they literally spend the same amount of money with both parties. It doesn't matter. This like two-party system is a joke. There's two classes in this country, the ruling class and all of us. And they allow this crap to happen. Right? The Obama administration refused Democratic lawmakers' demand to invoke existing federal laws to force down the price of critical medicines. The Obama administration. So remember now, this vote any blue will do crowd, Joe Biden was the vice president. Joe Biden, who is against Medicare for all. Joe Biden, who gets money from the healthcare lobby and big pharmaceutical companies. None of this stuff I'm making up. Neoliberals get mad at me when I say this because I'm just giving you the facts. When I give you the facts about the Democrats, neoliberals get mad at me and tell me to stop saying this. Literally blaming the messenger. Like, it's just as ridiculous. Like, when neoliberals do that, it's just as preposterous as the right-wingers who are like, I'm a Christian, that's why I carry a gun. Oh, I thought the Bible says thou shalt not kill. Shut up, queer. Like, it's just as crazy as the neoliberals who were like, Graham, stop bad-mouthing Obama. I'm not bad-mouthing. I didn't write this. This is a fact. He did this. I'm just telling you what he did. You're blaming the messenger. Like, I imagine neoliberals, when they're feeling sick and they take their temperature and pull it out and see, oh my God, I got 102 temperature. They're probably like, this goddamn thermometer, smash. Anybody that uses thermometers, you're helping fevers win. No. But don't worry, kids. The GOP is just as equally evil in this scenario. The GOP also blocked legislation to let Medicare use its purchasing power to negotiate lower prices for prescription drugs. This is how Medicare works. People, oh, it's so evil. Here's what Medicare works. People say, oh, you want to go to a government-run hospital? No, you won't have to go to a government-run hospital. Here's how Medicare works, right? If you're over the age of whatever it is, 65, and you get Medicare, so you go to the doctor, you get the doctor of your choosing, not in-network, out-of-network, just whatever doctor you want to go to. Big fancy hospital right down the street, local doctor you like, whatever. They charge, let's say the procedure is $2,000. Medicare, the government comes in and negotiates and said, no, we're only going to pay whatever, $600. Okay. That's why the healthcare companies don't like it. And it's the same thing with prescriptions. Right? Your doctor says you need this prescription. You go to the pharmaceutical company wants to charge you $3,000. Medicare would come in and say, no, it's $10. That's why Medicare for all is the best for everyone. Whenever both parties are against something, that's when you know it's good for the people. Bipartisan support means we're all getting screwed. So the point of this article is, this section of it, is that there already could be rules in place making this impossible for somebody to charge $3,000, especially during a pandemic. And they literally these assholes sat in a boardroom and went, wow, people are so scared of COVID. We'll let the numbers spike over the winter and then people will be lining up to give us $3,000 a dose. And all of that reflecting the lobbying and campaign contributions and indomitable bipartisan power of the pharmaceutical industry in Washington. That's what I've just been telling you. That's what's in this article. I just want to go back to an article I found in 2018 showing the money that is put into politics by this industry. How much has pharma given in each cycle? Over the course of 6 election cycles, pharmaceutical political action committees, PACs, have given nearly $79 million to members of Congress. 2008, 11, 10, 12, right? Every 2 years. This is right when Affordable Care Act was getting done. Look how much they kept dumping it in there. That's why this is Obama's years. Let's be real clear here. Obama and the Democrats had the House and the Senate. And we were sold through MSNBC's propaganda machine and CNN. Oh, these obstructionist Republicans. No. Both parties lined up to prevent us from having a public option in the Affordable Care Act. We could have had single payer healthcare. Could have had Medicare for all. Instead, we got Romney Care. Obamacare is Mitt Romney's plan, basically, which is a Republican healthcare plan. That's why Joe Biden is a Republican. Trump's awful. I don't like him. He's horrible. He's racist. He's awful. But okay, these are these two-party systems. You should be done with both of these parties. All these protests for Black Lives Matter is awesome. It's awesome. And we're seeing real change happen. Let's keep that massive unity around all of these issues. who's more likely, who's suffering more from COVID-19? The Black community, the Latino community, the Native American community. I did a video on how the Navajo Nation, they don't have as good access to healthcare. Look at these numbers. This is all Obama's 2 terms. And this is 2018. This is only half of the year. So probably going to have we're going to have a COVID, but it's going to cost you $3,000. Oh, but your health insurance will come in and it'll only cost you $1,500. Are you kidding me? So this is how psychotic they are. Rather than we want to stop this and vaccinate the polio vaccine, Marco, the polio vaccine was free for everybody. They gave it to everybody because they wanted to eradicate polio. Yeah, we'll just make a bunch of money from it. And the people that can't afford it, they'll die. Great. That's their thinking. That is their thinking. And they buy off both parties, and both parties are equally corrupt and take the money, and nobody gives a shit. What is clear is that for many Americans, the price will be significantly higher than the one charged to customers in other countries, whose governments, unlike Medicare, are permitted to negotiate lower prices for all their residents. That's why they spend so much money in this country, because other countries have all these regulations. Regulations are good for the people. When I hear regular working class, we don't need regulations, it's bad for business. You're just repeating what a billionaire wants you to think. You have literally been drinking the Kool-Aid of billionaires telling you that low regulation is good for the CEOs. It's not good for the worker. It's not good for the average American. It's not good for the middle class family, the working class family in America. This is not good. Tell me who can afford a $3,000 dose? Even if your insurance cuts in at $1,500, it should cost you $10. It really should be free, quite honestly. And this is from the CEO of Gildan, this company that's going to do this. This is this idiot. Well, not an idiot, but a weasel and a parasite. We need to protest outside of his home. We need to find out where this CEO lives and protest. We know where the White House is. We know where Congress is. We need to protest. Both parties. Look, protesters, do not think the Democratic Party is going to come save you. This is what they do. They sign on board with this kind of crap. 2 Democratic presidents have allowed this to help allow this to happen. On top of course, Bush did too. Republicans are evil jackasses with this crap. In making our decision on how to price Remdesivir, we considered the full scope of our responsibilities. And one of our responsibilities is how do we stick it to the American people and so we can all have another private jet? We started with our immediate responsibility to ensure price is in no way a hindrance to ensuring rapid and broad treatment. Do you even know what you're saying? It's literally like me going, I would never tell the viewers of Political Vigilante to fuck off. I would never do that. I would never hold the middle finger to the viewers of this fine program. Everybody here at Political Vigilante cares about the sanctity of our viewers, and I would never insult the viewers at all by holding up a middle finger or telling them I would never do that. That goes against our core mission statement. I would never do that. That's why we're committed to a good dialogue with Political Vigilante viewers, and I don't want any of them to feel offended at all. That's literally what he just did. I don't want this to be a hindrance. Do you know what $3,000? Do you understand numbers? Or, God, they don't even know what, they don't care. They don't care. They're out of control sociopaths. Nuts. They're done. Eat the rich. Get rid of them. We're done. We can't have them. We can't have them. He did not mention that we reported way back in April, various government grants financed tens of millions of dollars of the Remdesivir research. So he's trying to claim, hey, we had to go out of pocket on this. That's why it's $3 grand. We got to recoup costs. No, you didn't. So they're screwing us twice. They took our tax dollars to pay for the research, and then they're going to jam us with a $3,000 price tag. A company decided to stop paying its drivers, so one of them parked his truck on the owner's Ferrari and left it there. Interesting way to park. There are not two parties in this country, folks. There's two classes. There's the ruling class and all of us. And they profit from systemic racism. They profit from for-profit prisons, a for-profit healthcare system that literally kills people that don't have money. And it's even more. If you're a poor working class person, if you're poor and white, it's even worse for you. If you're poor and a person of color, it's even worse than that. So all of these issues are connected. I really want to make that point clear. This is why we need to defund the police. This is why we need to get our elections and our government back, because this is what happens when we let these two utterly corrupt systems happen. Both bunch of Democratic mayors are not in favor of defunding the police. Just like all these Democrats just let these pharmaceutical companies, they got rid of the regulation. They rescinded it. You come here for the truth, folks, because I ain't going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not. I might get it wrong. And I might say something you don't agree with, but I'm not going to deliberately lie to you. And if I get it wrong, I'll try to correct it. I've retracted things. I've restated. I had it wrong. Now I got more information. And even if you don't agree with stuff that I'm saying, know that I'm saying this honestly. There's no corporation funding me this. There's nobody telling me, oh, don't say that. Don't say, oh, one of our sponsors. You fund this show. I'm viewer funded. Without you, I can't do this show. So please support it in whatever way you can and shave your knuckles for justice. Share and subscribe. Hit the bell notification button and the subscribe button, even if you've done it before, because they're unsubscribing, many of you, every day. Watch the ads all the way through. If you click skip ad, I don't get paid. Also, support us at patreon.com/Graham Elwood or rockfin.com/Graham Elwood. Rockfin.com is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. All my videos are on Rockfin ad-free. Thanks for watching.